Most people think cleaning products are priced based on how powerful they are. Stronger chemicals, better formulas, better results. But once you strip them down to what they actually contain, water, surfactants, fragrance, dye, a very different story emerges. Because in the cleaning aisle, price is rarely about performance. It's about convenience, branding, fear, and the illusion of specialization. Today, we're ranking 12 cleaning products from worst value to best value, based on how much cleaning power you actually get for every dollar you spend. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which products are draining your money, and which ones actually deserve a spot under your sink. Number 12. Disinfecting wipes. Disinfecting wipes feel like the modern solution to everything. Fast, convenient. Clean with one swipe and throw it away. But economically, they're one of the worst deals in the entire cleaning aisle. Each wipe is mostly water, a tiny amount of disinfectant, and a thin sheet of cheap fabric. The actual cleaning agent per wipe is minimal, but the container is designed to make you use them constantly. One wipe turns into 2, then 3. Then half the canister is gone. Most canisters cost well under $1 to manufacture, yet sell for $5 to $8. And if you don't use them quickly, they dry out, meaning you lose money either way. If you're wondering who really wins here, it's the companies selling disposability disguised as hygiene. If you want the same result for a fraction of the cost, a basic spray cleaner and a few reusable cloths will do the same job, without throwing money in the trash every time you clean. Number 11. Toilet cleaner gel. Toilet cleaner is one of those products nobody questions. It feels non-negotiable, dangerous even. Like this is the one place you shouldn't experiment. And that's exactly why it's priced the way it is. The bottle alone does half the work. It's curved. It has an angled neck. The liquid is thick, bright blue, sometimes neon green. Everything about it visually screams industrial strength. But once you strip away the theatrics, what's inside is surprisingly simple. It's mostly water, a mild acid, a thickening agent, dye, and fragrance. That's it. The chemistry itself is cheap and well understood. Variations of this formula have existed for decades, yet the price stays high because toilets trigger a specific kind of fear. People don't comparison shop when they're thinking about germs. The ones who actually benefit from that fear are the brands that turned a basic acid solution into a product people never question, never replace, and never try to optimize. In reality, the same result can be achieved with far simpler inputs. Acids like vinegar or citric acid break down mineral buildup and stains just as effectively, without the premium bottle, the dye, or the illusion of danger. The cleaner isn't powerful because it's expensive. It's expensive because you've been trained to believe it has to be. Number 10. Glass cleaner. Glass cleaner is sold like a precision instrument, streak-free, crystal clear, professional results in one spray. And visually, it feels different from other cleaners. The liquid is bright blue, the spray mist is fine, the bottle is usually tall and sleek, more like a lab tool than a household product. But when you break it down chemically, glass cleaner is incredibly simple. It's mostly water, a small amount of alcohol or ammonia, and a trace of detergent. The blue color doesn't improve performance. It just reinforces the idea that this is something specialized. The reason glass cleaner feels like it runs out so quickly is because it's designed to. It's thin, it spreads fast, and it evaporates almost immediately. That means you spray more, wipe more, and buy it more often. It's the companies that convinced people glass requires its own dedicated solution that are the real winners here, when in reality, it just needs something that cuts grease and evaporates cleanly. For everyday use, a simple mix of water with vinegar or rubbing alcohol does the same job, without the fast depletion or the premium price tag. Number 9. Brand-specific floor cleaners. Wood floor cleaner, tile floor cleaner, laminate floor cleaner, stone floor cleaner. Different bottles, different promises, but almost identical chemistry. Most of these products are just diluted detergent mixed with fragrance and water. The real innovation isn't in the formula, it's in the labeling. Each surface gets its own warning, its own instructions, and its own bottle. The message is subtle but powerful. Use the wrong one, and you'll ruin your floor. In reality, Most sealed floors are far more durable than people think. The specialization exists less to protect your home and more to multiply how many products you buy for the same space. The real advantage here goes to manufacturers who repackage one basic formula into multiple different products. For everyday cleaning, a small amount of mild dish soap diluted in warm water handles most floors just fine, without turning your closet into a chemistry aisle. If this breakdown is already changing how you think about the products you buy without a second thought, subscribe to Market Logic, because this channel is about understanding value, not just spending money. Number 8. Bathroom foam sprays. Foam looks aggressive. It expands, clings, and feels like it's actively fighting grime. And that's not accidental. Foam sprays are designed to look busy. They flood the surface with bubbles, so it feels like something powerful is happening, even though the underlying formula is often more diluted than a standard liquid cleaner. You're paying extra for propellant, air, and packaging, while getting less actual cleaning solution per use. That's why these cans empty so quickly compared to regular sprays. The advantage here isn't cleaning power, it's perception. Brands win by selling effort and intensity, not efficiency. In real use, what actually cleans is contact time. A normal liquid cleaner left on the surface for an extra minute will usually do a better job than foam without the markup or waste. Number 7. Antibacterial sprays. Antibacterial sprays surged during global health scares and never really left. The label feels reassuring, safer, stronger, more responsible. But for everyday household cleaning, antibacterial agents are rarely necessary. Regular soap and friction already remove bacteria effectively. That's basic chemistry and physics doing the work. The higher price isn't about better results, it's about emotional insurance. These products sell peace of mind, not meaningful performance gains. The real winners here are companies that turned fear into a permanent premium category. For daily cleaning, standard soap-based sprays are enough. Antibacterial products make sense for specific messes. Raw meat spills, illness, contamination. Not as a default choice. Number 6. Multi-surface cleaners. This is where value starts to level out. Multi-surface cleaners don't eliminate markup, but they do something important. They reduce duplication. One bottle replaces several specialized ones, and that alone improves efficiency. They're still diluted, still fragranced, still branded. But at least they stop forcing you to buy 5 versions of the same chemistry for one home. Here, the balance shifts slightly back toward the consumer. Simplicity starts working in your favor. If you're buying a ready-made cleaner, choosing one basic multi-surface option and actually committing to it usually covers far more than the label suggests. Number 5. Concentrated cleaners. This is where the economics finally flip. Concentrated cleaners remove the biggest hidden cost in the cleaning aisle, shipping water. Instead of paying for dilution, you're buying active ingredients and adding the water yourself. One small bottle lasts longer, uses less plastic, and dramatically lowers the cost per use. There's also a less obvious advantage here that doesn't get talked about much. Because concentrates are designed to be diluted, they force manufacturers to compete on the actual formula, not just scent or packaging. The product has to work once water is added. There's nowhere to hide behind a fancy bottle. That's why this category quietly favors consumers who pay attention. The savings don't come from a sale or a coupon. They come from removing waste built into the system. Used correctly, concentrates outperform most ready-to-use sprays on value alone, simply because you're no longer paying for water, air, and unnecessary shipping weight. Number 4. Powdered cleaners. Powders don't look modern. And that's exactly why they're overlooked. They skip water entirely. That means lower production costs, longer shelf life, and naturally higher concentration. There's no liquid weight, no bulky bottles, no fast depletion. They don't smell luxurious. They don't look impressive. They just work, quietly and consistently. These products favor people who care about long-term performance instead of packaging aesthetics. Oxygen-based powders, in particular, deliver serious cleaning power for very little money when used correctly. A super high value for anyone willing to give them a try. Number 3. Bulk generic cleaners. Big containers, plain labels, no story to sell. Bulk generic cleaners win by stripping everything unnecessary out of the equation. Less packaging per use, minimal marketing overhead, straightforward formulas. The performance is predictable, not flashy, and that's exactly the advantage. There are no gimmicks to justify a higher price, and no artificial specialization built into the label. There's also a scale effect working quietly in your favor here. Larger containers reduce how often you're paying for packaging, transport, and shelf space, which means more of what you spend goes toward the product itself, not everything around it. This category rewards people who think in units instead of brands. Cost per use matters more than how the bottle looks under the sink. Pouring bulk cleaner into smaller reusable bottles keeps daily cleaning easy, while preserving the savings that made buying in bulk worth it in the first place. Number 2, DIY cleaning solutions. This is where margins almost disappear. Vinegar, baking soda, alcohol, dish soap. These ingredients cost very little and cover most everyday cleaning needs when used correctly. There's no branding here, no packaging tricks, no artificial specialization. What makes DIY cleaning especially powerful is that it separates function from product. Instead of buying a new bottle for every surface, you're choosing the active ingredient based on the job. Acid for mineral buildup, alcohol for quick evaporation, soap for grease. That shift changes the entire relationship with cleaning products. You stop reacting to labels and start understanding purpose. The advantage goes to people who understand inputs instead of products. Keeping a simple reference, what to mix, what not to mix, turns DIY cleaning into one of the most efficient and flexible systems you can have at home. Number 1, plain dish soap. This surprises a lot of people. Dish soap is one of the most optimized consumer products ever made. Massive competition, simple chemistry, and enormous production scale all push prices down while performance stays high. It's designed to do one hard job extremely well: cut grease. And grease is at the center of most household messes. Once you can break grease, dirt stops sticking on dishes, counters, floors, and many other surfaces. There's also a brutal competitive pressure in this category that keeps things honest. When dozens of brands are selling essentially the same function, there's very little room to inflate prices without losing customers. That pressure forces efficiency in a way many specialty cleaners never face. The result is a product that quietly outperforms far more expensive alternatives on value alone. Used diluted with water, a small amount goes a very long way. Most people overuse it by several times, and still underestimate just how effective it actually is. The cleaning aisle isn't really about hygiene. It's about how many times you're willing to pay for water, fragrance, and packaging. The more specialized a product looks, the less value it usually delivers. Not because it doesn't work, but because you're paying for convenience, perception, and marketing layers stacked on top of simple chemistry. Real value comes from fewer products, simpler formulas, and understanding what actually does the cleaning. If this changed how you look at everyday spending, subscribe to Market Logic. Because once you see how value really works, it's hard to go back to buying blindly.